Hi everybody, how are you? It's Mark Baldwin back with another vlog for you. It's really interesting, talking about choreography. It's something that actually occupies my mind most of the day, thinking about movement, where people move on the stage, what happens when they exit stage left, upstage or downstage. A director told me once that the best entrances for him were from way upstage. So when the actor walked down towards the audience, they could work out who this person was and how they fitted in, which thought was really interesting. I just used to have people kind of leap on from the wings. So it's really interesting where you place people, even in an abstract piece. They have this kind of theatrical thing going on, their entrance. People watch them right from when they leave the wings or when they see them, if there's an outside space. Who are these people? Who is this person? What do they want? What are they delivering? If it's purely physical, I used to really admire the way I still do, the way Merce Cunningham made the movement material extremely difficult for the dancer. So they're having to kind of twist their bodies, arch their bodies, tilt their bodies in all kinds of direction, if you like, sometimes working against what the legs were doing. So I love that juxtaposition of things going on in the body. And I think when it's really hard for the dancers, it gives them a different kind of presence, because they're not acting, they're just being, and they're just being inside the movement. So I've always admired that. So my work, generally speaking, is quite difficult to do because I love the idea that the dancer has to concentrate like crazy, and that concentration is really interesting. It's completely visible to the audience, and it draws the audience in, I think. Of course, we know that dancing is not easy. You've got to warm up, you've got to train for years, you've got to get all the particulars absolutely right, you've got to focus on the big stuff, but also pay scrupulous attention to the details of what's going on in your body and how you're projecting it and or delivering it, how you're using your face sometimes against the body. So it's full of things, and choreography, dancing, it's kind of amazing really, because it goes on forever. This is another one of my cave paintings. When I studied art history, there were a lot of depositions going on, this getting down off the cross stuff. And actually, all through art history, there's all this stuff. I mean, I'm not crazy about stories about victims, but that's what art history is probably very good at. Showing that kind of thing, people taking a body off the cross. And I think in art, it pops up all the time, and it pops up in dance all the time. The person left out, the person slighted, the person that's not as beautiful as the main people in the ballet. Their legs aren't as gorgeous, they don't have beautiful features, and they're probably considered to be slightly overweight or something. So it's really interesting, in lockdown, to think about how we really don't need these conventions, and maybe we can play around with them to come up with other things. I mean, imagine if a deposition was kind of a jolly thing. Hey, getting down after being tacked up for a period of time. So it's interesting also that interpretation, whoever's watching it, whoever is taking it in, whoever's been trained in a particular way and thinks in a particular way, it's interesting. Sometimes I have to watch things a couple of times to kind of get it. The first time I think, oh, I didn't know, but actually now that I'm seeing it, I got the wrong picture of that completely. I thought it was a right-wing thing, and it's not. Anyway, thanks for joining me today, and I'm really happy to chat to you. See you later. Bye-bye.